Happy Wednesday. This is another math lesson. This lesson will look different because we are just reviewing concepts. We're reviewing the addition and subtraction. And also, you do not need any papers from this. In fact, you will not have any more math papers to use. So all I want you to do is listen and pay attention. Today it is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020. Let's begin with our next slide. Okay, we're going to review the math concept of addition. If you look on the left-hand side, we have written some addition symbols. If you see the plus, that looks like a T in red. That means plus or and in number sentences or in addition number sentences. Below it, we've written a equal sign in red. That means equals or is in addition math sentence. Both of them are very important to learn. Now, if you look to the right of that, we are just going to work on addition number sentences. Now, the first one we have completed for you. It says 3 plus 4 equals 7. Or you could say 3 and 4 is 7. It's the same thing, but we prefer 3 plus 4 equals 7. That is what we call an addition math number sentence. Now, I am going to make dots for that so you can actually see why it equals 7. My first number is 3, and I have room over to the right to draw circles. So I am going to draw 3 circles. 1, 2, not very good, but 3. And our addition number sentence started with the number 3. So I drew 3 circles. Now I'm going to take another color. Again, you're not doing anything yourself with crayons, just watching, okay? Next I say plus 4. So I'm going to take another color and do 4 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my number sentence says 3 plus 4 equals 7. That's the way we prefer it. 3 plus 4 equals 7. Now, I have 3 red circles, and then I have 4 blue circles. And if I count them all, I should get 7. So you can point to your screen as I count. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I wrote 7. Now look below that. We have another addition number sentence. It says 5 plus 5 equals, and this time I did not write the answer below that. When we add, we put things together. Things join things, so we have more. We get more. We start by little numbers, and the last number is the highest number. So we start with 5. I'm going to take one color, and I'm going to draw 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my 5 blue circles. That was the beginning of my story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always make sure I have 5 and make sure I didn't goof. Then I went plus another 5. That means I have to put more on. So I'm going to take another color and make 5 circles. 1. Excuse me. I guess I tried to take a red, but didn't want to go. Let's try 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need to make sure I have 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you goof, then you won't get the right answer, right? So I had to make sure I have 5 blue circles, which I did. And then I have to make sure I have 5 red circles, which I did. Now I count all of them to see how many I have in all. So as I count, you point to them. Are you ready? And you know what? I might put a line on each one so I know I counted it and don't get mixed up. You ready? Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I know I didn't count any more than once. I have 10. So I'm going to write the number 10. Going to write a 1 and a 0. That's the number 10. So 5 plus 5 equals 10. 10 is a 1 and a 0. Now let's look below that. We have another addition number sentence. It says 7 plus 3 equals blank. So we're going to start by drawing 7 circles in one color. Again, you're not doing this on any page. I'm just showing you, okay? 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I said I started out with 7 and I wanted to double check that I didn't do 6 or 5. So that's you point as I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I do indeed have 7. Now I'm going to take another color so I won't get mixed up. And I'm going to draw 3 circles. My first number was 7. So I drew 7 circles and not plus. That means add more. 3. So I'm adding 3 more. 1. That did not come out the color I wanted to. Let's try. 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to count those to make sure I have 3. 1, 2, 3. And I do. So now I have to count all of them. Now and I'm going to put a line through each one so I don't get mixed up. Excuse me. Let's begin. 1. 1. I didn't mean to cross it out. Let's do that again. Up. Okay, let's take a line. Go 1. I erased it apparently. So I'm putting it back. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now I'm going to cross them out. Let's go. 1. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I had 10. Now I know I kind of did too big of circles, but 7 plus 3 is 10. So I'm going to fit a 10 in there, which is a 1 and a 0. Wow. The last two the last two addition number sentences ended with the number 10. So remember, if you have a plus sign that looks like the letter T, it means plus or and. If you see that sign where you see 2 lines, one on top of each other, it's an equal sign or is. That's addition. Addition is when you put things together to make more. Now, we're going to, the next slide will show you subtraction. Hello, this page is on subtraction. If you look to the left, you see some subtraction symbols. You see the minus or the dash. That means minus or take away. That's only used in subtraction. If you look below that, you see 2 lines. One on top of the other. That means equals or is. Now let's look to the right-hand side. And we have the subtitle subtraction number sentences. We are going to do some subtraction number sentences. The first one says 7 minus 2 equals 5. And as you can see, I drew 7 red circles there. Let's count as I point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 there. Now, then it says minus 2. So I crossed out 2. And let's count how many I have left. I should have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should read 7 minus 2 equals 5. Now let's go below that. We see another number sentence. It says 8 minus 5 equals 3. And if you look below that, I have drawn 8 green circles. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I put purple lines through each one of them. Now it says minus 5. So I'm going to put an X on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equals 3. And I saw 3. I counted 3 green circles that did not have an X on them. So I wrote 3. Now notice in that subtraction problem, it begins with an 8. And my answer was 3. So when 8 minus 5 is 3. 8 is bigger than 3. Your first number in a subtraction sentence will always be bigger than your last one. The sentence on top of that subtraction sentence says 7 take away 2 equals 5. 7 is bigger than 5. It always will be. The first number in your subtraction sentence will always be bigger than your last one. Now, let's go to the last sentence, number sentence. It says 10 minus 6 equals 4. And I can look over to the left and I can see I have drawn 10 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I put a green line through each circle to know I counted 10. Then I put a black X on 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I counted how many were left over, and I had 4. So 10 minus 6 equals 4. Let's go on to the last slide. On the last slide, it's kind of tricky because I mix up subtraction problems with addition problems. Let's see if you can tell which is which. This is our last slide in our math presentation. It's called Let's Mix It Up. We're going to have some addition number sentences and some subtraction number sentences. And we have to look at them and figure out what kind of sentence it is. Let's look at the first number on the top. It's 2. Then look at the symbol next to it. And I'm going to circle it. It says 2 plus. Plus means I only use plus in addition sentences. It also can mean and. So it goes 2 plus 3. So I start with 2 circles. I'm going to make 2 circles over here. Goes plus. That means I'm going to make some more circles. I'm going to make 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 red circles plus 3 purple silk circles equals. Equals means and. So now I have to count them all to see how many I have together. Okay? So let's count them. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you should have the number 5. So I'm going to write the number 5. So my number sentence is an addition number sentence. It says 2 plus 3 equals 5. Now I go to the next number sentence below that. And it goes 4. And see that crazy symbol next to it? That means, oops, I meant to circle in red. Let's try again. That means minus or take away. So I'm not going to be putting things together. I'm going to be taking things away. My first number is going to be larger than my answer or my last number. So I'm going to start my problem with 4. I am going to draw 4 circles. I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4. See how I drew 4 circles? And minus means take away. So this time, instead of adding more circles, I'm going to put an X on one of them because it's minus 1. Huh. I'm trying to get my black to work. There it goes. So I crossed out 1. So I had 4 circles and I crossed out 1 more or less. And let's count how many are left. 1, 2, 3. So I write 3. So the problem is 4 minus 1 equals 3. Minus means the same as take away. Now let's go to the next problem below that. We have to decide if it's a subtraction number sentence or an addition number sentence. Let's look at it. It goes 5. Oh, look at that crazy thing next to it. That is what we call a minus or a takeaway symbol. So that means we're not going to add things together, we're going to take them away. So our problem will start with 5. So I'm going to make 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I count them to make sure I have 5. I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I didn't X them up. I just put one line through them to make sure I had 5. Now so it's minus 3. Now is when I'm going to X out 3. Minus means you're going to take them away. So let's go 1, 2, and 3. And guess what? Let's count how many I have left over, how many I did not put an X on. Let's count. 1, 2. So the answer is 2. Now in that subtraction problem, it reads 5 minus 3 equals 2. Do you see how the first number is 5? That number is bigger than 2. The first number is always bigger than the last number in subtraction. We are almost done. Let's go to the next number. Next number sentence. It is, let's see if it's a subtraction or addition. First number 6. The next number, the next symbol is a T or plus. That means I add things together. So things are coming together. So I start with 6 and I'm going to draw 6 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to count them again to make sure I have 6. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I do. Then I go plus 4. So I'm going to take another color and do 4 more. You ready? Let's go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I can count those again to make sure I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I have to add all of them. You ready? Let's begin. 1, let's see, excuse me. I put a dot on each one to make sure I count it. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 10. It's a 1 and a 0 is 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10. That's an adding problem. Now let's go to my last one. My last one says 10. Oh, and then look at that next symbol. We have to decide. I'm going to circle it. And that symbol is a takeaway or minus. That means I'm taking things away. So I go 10 minus or take away 5. So I begin my problem with 10. I'm going to draw 10 circles. 1, oopsie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's count to make sure I have that correct. I'm going to put a line through each one to make sure I have 10. You ready? Oop, let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay, I do have 10. Then it says minus 5. Minus means take away. So I'm going to put an X on 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see how many I've left. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm going to put a dot on them. Let's count again the ones that do not have an X on them. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I put a small dot on them. The answer's 5. So you go across, down, and around the tree. That's a 5 as easy can be. So my problem reads 10 minus 5 equals 5. I hope you enjoyed this math lesson. I will see you on Thursday. That's the end of our lesson. Bye.